So we are back with part 4 of annotating a poem. And so here we're going to identify all figurative language used within the poem. And we're going to ask what is its purpose? Why is it used? And we explain as we annotate. Now, figurative language. Oh, I think that's Miss Hunter, like onomatopoeia, alliteration. Right. You would be right. You would be correct in saying that. Similes, metaphors, puns, oxymorons, idioms, all of those things. All right. Figurative language is a type of communication that does not use a word's strict or realistic meaning. All right. Again, and I always use the same example, it's raining cats and dogs. We know that when we say it's raining cats and dogs or anything like that, we know that we don't literally mean cats and dogs are coming out of the sky. We mean it's raining super hard. It's raining a lot outside, right? So it's raining cats and dogs is not the realistic meaning of the phrase it's raining hard outside. It's figurative language is used to kind of spice up your writing. It gives some different gives you a different outlook on what you're reading. Okay, kind of helps make whatever you're reading make it a little bit more interesting and relatable. All right, so let's do this here. Let's look at this poem without figurative language. So if we use this poem, we took out the figurative language. I know y'all may not be able to see it, but bear with me. All right. So with figurative language, we see what it says, right? Does it drop like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore? Does it stink like rotten meat? Like a syrupy sweet? Like a heavy load? Does it explode? All right. So without figurative language, it would simply say, does it dry up or fester and then run? Does it stink or crust and sugar over? Maybe it just sags, or does it explode? All right. So you can hear the difference and you can see the difference in these two poems. With the figurative language, you kind of get an idea of, man, this dream deferred is really bad. Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? You can see a raisin in the sun. You can see when a grape sits out in the sun too long, it turns into a raisin, right? You see that process of it shriveling up. When you see something festering like a sore and then running, you see something that's very nasty and very gross that you really don't want to be around, right? You can see that in your mind's eye. If we look at the poem on the right, we don't get those same images. We just like, oh, okay, that's cool, but I need something to work with. And the side on the left hand, the left hand side gives us a little bit more vivid images in our minds, right? Or does it stink like rotten meat or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? All right. So now let's go back to the actual poem and write. So again, we're identifying all the figurative language that we see. Like a raisin in the sun, this is a simile, right? Because similes use like or as. Like a sore is a simile. And I know my paper's looking messy, but you get the point. Simile, like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet is a simile also. Or maybe it just sags like a heavy load is another simile. And ooh, does it explode? Okay, explode is a metaphor. Okay, metaphor. The metaphor part meaning the dream is a bomb. All right, so the dream is a bomb. So we're comparing the dream to a bomb. Does it explode? So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 similes and 1 metaphor.